Hello and welcome. My name is Meepolis, they, she, he, and this is literally graphic. And today we are looking at Not Funny Haha, a handbook for something hard by Leah Hayes, published by Fantagraphics in 2015. Content notes for incorrectly categorizing abortion as an issue for women and not recognizing that people of all genders can get pregnant and need abortions. Also, police security. Written and illustrated by Leah Hayes. On her website, she is described as, quote, an award-winning graphic novelist, illustrator, and musician. Working on both the East and West Coast, she is the author of several books, including Not Funny Haha, which was a New York Times bestseller, and voted one of Forbes magazine's top 10 graphic novels of 2015. Hayes has taught illustration and graphic novel writing at Parsons School of Design, Endicott College, and Mass Art. She is currently illustration faculty at Lesley University in Boston, Massachusetts. End quote. What kinds of keywords came to mind reading this short book? Reproduction, life, depoliticize, and minimalistic. The summary on Goodreads is, quote, Not Funny Haha is a bold, slightly wry graphic novel illustrating the lives of two young women from different cultures, family, and financial backgrounds who go through two different abortions, medical and surgical. It follows them through the process of choosing a clinic, reaching out to friends, partners, and or family, and eventually the procedures itself. It simply shows what happens when a woman goes through it, no questions asked. Despite the fact that so many women and girls have abortions every day, in every city, all around us, it can be a lonely experience. Not Funny Haha is a little bit technical, a little bit moving, and often funny, in a format uniquely suited to communicate. The book is meant to be a non-judgmental, comforting, even humorous look at what a woman can go through during an abortion. Although the subject matter is heavy, the illustrations are light. The author takes a step back from putting forth any personal opinion whatsoever, simply laying out events and possible emotional repercussions that could and often do occur. End quote. Moving right along to comment on the writing and art, I can't be but a bit put out by the way they emphasized the author takes a step back from putting forth any personal opinion whatsoever, which is just annoying. Like, sure, in reading the book, I would say that every effort is made to present everything as emotionally neutral as possible. No need to fetishize not expressing personal opinion, as there are many drawbacks to that sort of thing as well. The title is certainly roundabout, but it also might help increase people's ability to read it around people who might be anti-choice / pro-forced birth. The distinct art style and color choices very much match the tone that the writing is setting, with some nice expressive typographical choices. As I indicated in my content notes section, I did take some issue with the way gender is presented in the book. Mostly, it's the dedication, quote, this book is for all girls and women, and for the partners, friends, and family who love them, end quote, with the book itself following two women, which is more than a little bit exclusionary. People of all genders can be at the risk of needing an abortion, and people who are not women face the most obstacles to receiving both abortion and pregnancy care, depending on what they want to do. That said, this book was published in 2015. I feel like making these assumptions was a little bit less dog-whistly at that point. Doing the surface-level Googling, I did not turn up anything that showed Hayes as being either pro-trans or mask-off anti-trans, so do feel free to leave a comment if you have a more informed opinion about where she stands. No matter her intention in 2015, we don't live in 2015 anymore, so I figured it was worth noting. Sexuality isn't dealt with explicitly, and as the book states openly, Hayes is not interested in outlining how these two women got pregnant, as she, rightly in my opinion, doesn't think it should matter. I would say this might be an insertion of personal opinion, but what do I know? In setting out the focus of this handbook, Hayes makes a choice to present two women, getting each of the two types of abortion, with as few obstacles as possible to really outline the process like any other medical procedure. So while Hayes outlines some of the side effects you might experience and regularly reminds you to consult a real doctor if you have any questions, besides a nod to the price difference between the two types of abortion. It does not address any of the issues that might rise from people seeking an abortion based off of their age, class, geographic location, race, gender expression, marital status, legal status, and/or disability. Not to mention if they are in prison or how many children they already have. I certainly hope we will continue to see more comics about abortion that address these other intersections. To conclude, while this is the second of the 2 comics my library has about abortion, it appears I can get 1 or 2 more through my local comic shop, and this seems like one of those rare points in my life where I should actually buy a book. So we shall see. If you know of any others, please feel free to leave a recommendation. I do think for what it is, that Not Funny Haha, a handbook for something hard, does do some really good things and could very well make a lot of people feel more comfortable in getting an abortion. So I will be rating it 4 out of 5 stars. Bye y'all, keep reading and organized to end capitalist oppression. And as always, Literally Graphic is created on land that should be given back to the traditional landholders, which in this case is, to my knowledge, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, non-Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation.